Hi, it is the human operating system time. So in the past a week or so, there are many friends in traditional Chinese martial arts and Wing Chun discuss with me on the concept of the platform. Okay, because I suggest to everybody that if we use the concept of platform, which is from the ancient Chinese, as a criteria or categorizations, then we can see things clearly. Okay, and with this discussion something comes up because there are many Wing Chun friends who now mixing or importing different arts into Wing Chun, thinking that it will evolve it better. And a few things which is really interesting come up. One is about the it seems that there's many people like to import Taijiquan concept into Wing Chun, and thinking by importing it will make it make Wing Chun a better art, or import to the Xiu Lim Tao, make it more internal, so forth. And within the discussion, there are a few questions come up. Some says that, oh, Tai Chi is also a close range fighting, okay? Same with the Wing Chun, okay? And there are some people said, you know, the Tai Chi push hand sticking is not Wing Chun sticking, okay, sticking at people. And then there are some discussions on how to project energy into the opponent, okay. So speaking on the Wing Chun, is a close range fighting, or Tai Chi is also is a close range fighting. Tai Chi sticking in the pushing hand is not Wing Chun, is Wing Chun. And projecting energy into the opponent's body. These three things, these three questions is actually can be answered pretty clearly if one understands what is going on with this this platform thing. Because martial art is a technology, okay. So today I like to share with you the bottom line of the technology, okay, and it applies to all traditional Chinese martial arts, and it's not speak on behalf of Wing Chun or Tai Chi. But it take everybody in a more in the equal way, in the equal positions, and that is a criteria, a bottom line, a science, a technology that we need to understand on the traditional Chinese martial arts. Otherwise, we really confused on what we are doing, okay? And we know that if we don't have the technology, then we will not be able to implement things, and it's not going to be scientific because it cannot be repeated. It cannot based on my interpretation, your interpretations, and opinions, my experience. It cannot be like that, okay? Because this is something which is 500 years old at least, since General Taijiquan time, okay? So today I want to give you a cold, tangible, technological criteria or chart or systematic way, so that you can see right away what it is what it is, okay. And probably what you're going to hear from this video is one which will change your life, okay, because this is what it is, okay. It never go beyond this, Okay, so let's start. We need to start with understanding that and knowing that platform, the concept of platform. This is a must if one wants to know what is going on in traditional Chinese martial arts or even other martial arts. This is a must. Okay? So the platform concept is based on the first thing is called the core, the soul of it is momentum play. Okay? The core is momentum play because fighting is momentum play. Okay, disregard of a tiger fight, another tiger, a snake fight, a crane or a human fight, human or a baby fight, another baby. It is about momentum play. That's the bottom line of it. Okay, so in this platform concept of the Chinese, okay, this platform concept, this is the Si. Okay, and then what's supporting to it will be techniques, of motions, so forth, and body conditioning. Okay, so this is a Quan, the techniques, the different type of techniques which is implement or supporting the momentum play. And then this is a body conditioning. This is Shen Gong. Okay. So disregard of what martial arts, any martial arts, if it is a martial arts, it has to have a platform which is consists of the soul, which is the momentum play, the handling of momentum, the manipulations of the momentum, the techniques of the manipulations of momentums, and the body conditioning. Okay. And this thing, this three element. One, which is a Shi, okay, momentum. This is the second, which is a Quan, techniques. The third, which is Shen Gong in Chinese. Okay. These three things can be further described in more detail into the 6 core elements. Okay. So this is the platform. So this is the platform. Okay, this stuff is a platform. Okay, so within the platform, the core, the name of the game is the momentum play. Okay, and then you have techniques here, and then you have the body condition, which is supporting the momentum play. Okay, and the 6 core element is the details of descriptions of this, because in the body conditioning you have here, you have the physical body, you have the mind, you have the breathing, you have the energy and autonomic nervous system, okay, which is the Chinese call it Qi, and then you have force, okay, the conditioning of how to use your body to generate, to manipulate force. Okay, so this is the first core element. Second, the mind. Second, the breathing is third. The fourth is the Qi element. The fifth is the force element. And then the sixth is the momentum element. So inside there are 6 elements, and the technique is actually using of this 6 core element. Techniques can always changing, varying, adding or subtracting or whatever. Okay. So there's 6 core elements here. So in the techniques, for example, if you want to use your body in a certain way, you have to have a different techniques. If you want to handle your force in a certain way, then you have a different kind of techniques or mechanics. Okay. So that's what it is. Okay. Now, say for example, we take an example of judo. If you take an example of judo, judo have this platform. Okay. You look at the momentum play. Is what? Throw, take down, ground, fighting, ground play, right? Choking and so forth. This is the momentum. And then like the judo throw and judo leg sweep and so forth, all is in dynamic motion. Okay, it's not have the opponent stand there and you just do demonstration. It's not. It's all motion, and the motion of judo or the momentum of the judo is very different than, say, Taekwondo or the Western boxing. So there's the momentum. And judo have these techniques, like for example the leg sweep technique, the choke technique, the throw techniques. That's the techniques. And judo have what? Have the body conditioning. For example, you need to roll on the mat. That is a part of body conditioning. Okay. So it has to be like that. So you have the platform. Within the platform, the core is the momentum play or manipulations, and then your techniques and the body conditioning will just support to this. Okay. And if you want to know about this the 6 core element in more details, read my book, The Basic Wing Chun Art and Science. Okay, that book is written to clearly define what it is. Okay, apply to all traditional Chinese martial arts. Okay, so we need to know the platform, and then we can understand what is going on. Now, so momentum play is the core, the soul of fighting. Okay, it's the core of the fighting and the soul of fighting, and it applied in traditional Chinese martial arts since 1650, when General Taijiquan fighting the Japanese pirate, to this is General Taijiquan, to 2018, when Xu Xiaodong fighting the Tai Chi guy and different internal art was fighting with a boxer or MMA player in China. Okay. The key is the momentum play. Okay. That is the truth. We like it or not, as soon as you're a human, it is momentum play. That's why I wrote in my book, The Wing Chun Matrix. Okay, that is the bottom line of it, the momentum play. Now, that is a big misleading, and is a problematic thing in traditional Chinese martial art in past 150 years or so. And that is existing of the so-called Tai Chi classic. The Tai Chi classic by Wang Zhongyue. Okay. Taijiquan classic. This classic is a major screw up or misleading, which is leading to a lot of mess in traditional Chinese martial art today. In the classic, it is written that he said this: in boxing or in martial art, there are myriad school. Okay, you can go online to check on this. Okay, so he said that in boxing there are myriad of school. Although they different in form and skill, they can never go beyond reliance on strong defeating the weak, or the swift conquer the slow, or the fast conquer the slow. Okay, and yet these are result of physical endowment and not practical applications and experience. The strong, the quick, however, cannot explain and have no part in the deflections of 1,000-pound momentum with a trigger force of 4 ounces, or an old man defeating a great number of men. Okay, and it said here, it said the entire body is so light that feather will be felt, and so pliable that a fly cannot align on it without settling its motion. Your opponent cannot detect your move, but you can anticipate his. If you can master all this technique, you will become peerless boxer. You know, this is a mess screw up. Why? Because it is trying to saying that there's some kinds of magic jing or fa jing can replace momentum. Okay? And so thereon people thought, well, fighting is about this jing. People don't think about, oh, fighting is momentum. Well, in 1650, when there are a life and death fight of a General Taijiquan army with a Japanese pirate, it's momentum people dealing with. When Xu Xiaodong, 2018, fighting all those Taiji and internal art people and so forth in China, you know, with Xu Xiaodong and different people, it is momentum they are using. So where is all this Fa Jing stuff? In the entire world, you can see one thing. It is about physical endurance, speed, how fast you are, which is the bottom line. And this mass multiplied by speed is momentum. Okay, how you handle that? It's not there a certain thing, or my body can be lightweight. Your body can be extremely lightweight, but if you do not know how to handle that momentum, tough luck. It's been proven since 1650, and last year Xu Xiaodong and so forth proved it again. Have you seen any so-called internal jing stuff be able to play? We don't even talk about that. You get like a Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali to really smash on something. Okay. So also, you go to Muay Thai, okay, Thailand, okay, you look at all this fight for past 100 years. Have anybody see all those kinds of this writing in the classic? Okay. So this is a problem. Okay. So momentum play is the core. Force or jing have nothing wrong, but it is a supporting. It is a supporting. It is belong to be the techniques or belong to the body conditioning. Okay, remember the which is supporting the momentum. You have nothing wrong, but you cannot make this force as momentum to replace momentum. It doesn't make sense in this physical world. Okay, and then for how many years is that? Almost 500 years there. The world had proven that, be it in 1600 until 2018, people proved to you. Okay, so this screw up, it need to really drop that. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay, now let me share with you this. Okay, with this categorizations of the platform. Oh, one thing I want to add on. If you think that you can go practice some magic fudging or something like that, you'll be able to shortcut that what do you call it? Be able to overcome those who practice in the momentum. Tough luck. Okay. Many people thinking, oh, if I learn the secret jing or anything, it's like a shortcut. I don't have to put this much force. Look at the Olympic judo guy, or the Muay Thai practitioner, or the BJJ guy, or the Western boxing. How many hours they spend hard way in their mat, with their heavy bag and so forth. There's no such thing as you just go doing things slowly, or I have this jing or this chi or this mind power, I can do this. If one cannot handle that momentum in high speed, forget about it. There's not fighting. So it comes to this. I'll give you a chart today, okay, based on the platform. So this is momentum. Okay, so this is the platform. This is the momentum. This is the techniques. This is the physical body conditioning. Okay, so momentum, techniques, and the physical body conditioning. Okay, so this tool has to have this support to this. Okay, now we draw this again. Okay, so this momentum, this is the techniques, this is the body conditioning. Now let's look at it. What is martial art? What is not martial art? So this is martial arts. This is a fighting art, martial art, fighting art. Okay, this is called recreation. Okay, this is called exercise. Okay, now martial art will have momentum, techniques, and body conditioning. Martial art will have that. Okay, it always have that. Say your Western boxing, you have the Western boxing momentum. Okay, how you do continue hook or set up or this and that. Techniques, you have different type of boxing techniques. And body conditioning, you have to condition yourself training with the heavy bags and so forth. Okay, now recreation. What is recreations? If you just have techniques and body conditioning, so for example, you do push hand, that's recreation. If there's no training in momentum handling or momentum setting up, because momentum is just not a punch is a punch. No, it's just whole bunch of setup. Okay, continuous of flow, like Bruce Lee said, as the flow is continuous. This momentum. If it's just pushing hand or chi sao or and then you're playing with the sets, okay, or you condition your body. I have to sing my chi, okay, it's that. As soon as you don't have this, forget about it. You never know how to fight. Don't fight, okay? That's recreation or demonstration. Another thing is, if you just condition a body, or I know how to fudging, that is recreations. Okay? And also, if I just know a certain techniques, how to block this and how to use tan pong fo, without the body conditioning and without the momentum, those are recreations. Okay. Now if you say, well, I have body conditioning, so I practice some breathing, okay, or I move slowly, song my body, relax and everything. That is exercise. Okay. So just with this chart, you can see one thing. Last year, when Xi Xiaodong challenged the so-called fake Kung Fu, you know what happened? It is because he is challenging people like that, who is doing recreations. Okay? So how are you going to suppose have people who do this is the martial art, this is the recreations? How is supposed that people who train in this thing, fighting with people training this thing, there's no chance this guy to fight this. So if you look at, for example, the Xi Xiaodong and the Wei Lei, the first fight there, you know right away, the first momentum when Xi Xiaodong shoot in, that Wei Lei the completely shattered. But the guy never handled momentum before. Okay? So it's this simple. So if you say you want to train in martial arts, this is what it is. The checkbox here, if we cannot check it, that is not martial arts. Well, when this is traditional Chinese martial art, be it Wing Chun or Taijiquan and so forth, once upon a time, when it closer and closer to general Taijiquan, it is this type of art. That's why they call it martial art, because they use it to protect their village, life and death. Okay, place security to guard to protect their own village. Okay. But today's if you get this kind of thing, there's recreations. Or I can like go show you I mimic a Bruce Lee 1-inch punch. See how fast I can get your opponent. What is here? Are you sure that serious that you want to go fight a Western boxer who is at least have a standard a training, not even professional, okay? So I can do a Bruce Lee's inch punch demo, or I slap people off. So what? When you get to here, that's why people cannot take it in the real fight. They say, well, I'm afraid, or I'm scared, or I'm no confident, or can I take it under pressure? Because people never do this. Like the judo guy, if you never go down to the mat and roll, like the Olympic judoka, how the hell are you going to face that kind of thing? Okay? You can fudging as you want here. But as soon as there is no training in the momentum play, forget about it. Okay? So I put this clear today here. Okay? In Wing Chun, we don't want to talk about which lineage is good or bad. This is critical. If we keep playing Qi Sao, playing Xiu Lin Tao, playing mind power and all this kind of thing, and never have a continuous setup play with everything, that's not martial arts. That's not what the Wing Chun ancestors do before. Okay? So that's number one thing. The second thing is, again, so people talk about style, okay? Style. We also can put it in a map. Okay? So this is the long fist zone. This is a short strike zone. Okay, so this is momentum zone. Okay, Yeah, if you like to know what's in the details of momentum zone, go read my book on the Wing Chun matrix. Okay, it tells you all this thing. So this is the takedown zone, and then this is the ground fight zone, the ground fighting zone. So you have 4 momentum zones here. Okay, now traditional Chinese martial art after 1650 General Taijiquan time, after General Taijiquan time, okay, if it is a holistic martial art systems, it will have all checklists on this 4 momentum zone with an expertise. Wing Chun, for example, is an expert in this zone, the short strike and takedown zone. Okay, with a major leading in the short strike. That's why it's called short strike up. Okay, so it has a lot of momentum play training in the short strike zone, even though it also covers other zones. Prior to General Taijiquan 1650, the Chinese only train, say, somebody who trained in the ground play zone is ground play zone, long fist is long fist. But after that, after 1650 is like that traditional Chinese martial art, the proper one. Okay, now today's Sanda or MMA is actually trained in all these 4 zones. Okay, trained in this 4 zones. And today's many traditional martial arts, Chinese martial arts, is either doing this zone or doing this zone or doing this zone or doing this zone. Or okay, so if you're just doing, say, long fist zone, okay, so if it is just doing the long fist zone, that is really partial type of art. You meet people with the Sanda or you meet people in MMA, you're gonna get knocked out. Okay, you know that you can predict this with this chart and the chart before on this platform. You know, to judge, to verify whether this is a martial art or recreations or exercise. And with this chart, you can see that Xu Xiaodong 2080, when he challenges Chinese martial art like Taiji or Wing Chun, it is challenging, like martial art challenging is actually martial art challenging recreations, or a full complete martial art challenge the partial martial arts. Okay, so if we know these two charts, do we going to fall into the Xu Xiaodong trap? You look at that, you know, okay, he challenged that guy. Why? Because he found out a certain art only have a certain coverage. Okay? Or this is a recreation, not the martial arts. So by this, very objectively, we can see what is the outcome. We can predict it. It's not about, oh, I'm fighting you, I'm hero. No, you just look at that. This is a technology. Okay? Now I'll give you another third chart on internal art. Okay? Okay. So there are 5 core elements here. 5 core elements here. Physical body, mind, breathing, energy, and autonomic nervous system. Okay, yes, autonomic nervous system. This is the so-called qi. And then this is the force. Okay? Now, an internal martial art, real solid internal martial art or internal art, okay, where people train internally in ancient China, okay, based on real traditional Chinese culture, not interpretation, have all of this. Okay? When people just training some force like push hand, okay? How internal is that? When people just training some, say, push hand and the body and then some mind stuff, how internal is that? It is for sure now. As soon as one cannot mark up all this, check out all this box, then you know what? All this thing is up for interpretations. And that's where we messed up stuff. Like in the Xiu Lin Tao 1850. It is this all list check out. Not based on anybody, but based on traditional Chinese culture. You can check this out. Okay? So, today, based on this, okay, physical body, mind, breathing, and qi, or the energy and the what do you call it, the autonomic nervous system. I propose this. Go take a heart rate profile when you're training. See whether you be able to control your heart rate profile. Okay, just look at it closely on the time there. If you can control your heart rate profile, meaning you can control your oxygen, you can control your body and all this stuff. And you can control your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. How you can drop the heart rate, how you can drop the heart rate, okay, how you can drop and raise the heart rate, or how you can keep it the same. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you say you have internal art, go check it, your heart rate profile. Because you can control your heart rate up and down. That means you have the control of your body handling, your oxygen intake, and your parasympathetic or sympathetic nervous system. When your heart rate go high, you know you are activating the sympathetic. When it's going down, meaning that you are actually activate or make the parasympathetic system have more weight. You can stay the same, meaning that you can have the control of the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. Also your oxygen intake and your body handling. Okay? So, you know, with this chart, you look at it. People want to say, well, I want to have handling of this internal and external or whatever your external. Let's stop it. Objectively, this is what it is. Get a heart rate profile. Let the data show what it is. So that way, disregard of it is Tai Chi, is Wing Chun, or is any arts. Same thing. We all judge with the same standards. Okay? Now people say, well, you know, in the sparring, the fighting, how can I get I feel pressure? Well, if you be able to handle your heart rate, you have 1 degree of control there. You be able to handle the momentum. You know that it's going to work, or you know that's not going to work, because in your mind right away you see different setup scenario of the momentum play. You know right away the first few seconds, can you fight that guy or you cannot fight that guy. And then if something comes up in your body, you can use this to handle it, to regulate it. Okay, that's internal. So these three charts, it is objective. It doesn't have to be whose father is better fighter or whose lineage is what. Doesn't matter. Just use to put down here. You know, is it a working martial arts or is it recreations? What style is it? Okay. What is the coverage? How deep is the body handling and so forth? You know. Okay. Now, so we want to get into one other thing, which is I mentioned before, which is really critical. Okay. I cannot speak for other style because I don't train in it. But for Wing Chun, I urge you all, start from today, drop the so-called magical jing, fa jing stuff. Focus on momentum. Because the truth is momentum. Okay? The truth is momentum. If you look at people who do fa jing, okay? So they are playing with this force stuff. Okay, the truth of playing the force stuff. Okay, so say you want to bounce something off. Okay, people come pushing at you. You want to bounce them off. Okay, or you have this power using the body alignment and so forth. First, you need some kind of circuit of channeling that force. The second, you need setup time. Like in demonstrations, or like you play with your students, or like in the push hand, where you can predict the boundary conditions and you know what is the boundary condition. Okay. The third is your body, your physical strength. Okay. So it is not true that this Wang Zhongyue, remember I told you about Wang Zhongyue classic, say that how do you say this? And just say it for you. Okay. He said that although they different in form and skill, they can never go beyond the reliance on the strong defeating the weak or the swift conquer the slow. Yet these are the result of physical endowments and not practical applications of experience. Why is that true? It's not true. Why? You go to look at the Tai Chi push hand competition. Why do they have to put a weight classes, different weight, different class or with different weight? Can they get a guy who is say 50 pounds less than the other guy to compete on push hand? Provided if both are learning how to push, who is going to win? The guy who have 50 pounds bigger or the guy who is 50 pounds less? Look at the class, okay? So it's physical body limitations, and this is all this bounce, this fudging, push hand, cheese or whatever using the force stuff is actually a force manipulations or force training. It's not bad, but it is not replacing the momentum. Okay, it just lasts 1918. So thing pops up that there's in the Chinese TV showing the grandmaster, a top grandmaster of Taiji, was showing the TV show pushing a giant weightlifter. Of course, in the TV, the Taiji grandmaster win. But in reality, you look at the interview of that huge weightlifter. It's only a few minutes. The Taiji grandmaster got defeated and have some injury, or what, some wear or something like that. It might not be injury, but he have to take rest. Okay. So you see that this called magic, Jing magic, why all this kind of thing. We better drop it. Okay. It's been proven it is not accord to the reality. Okay. And also other thing, people sometimes demonstration, like people say, this is Fa Jing, this is Jing, okay, my body Jing in the contact, I can contact this. At one point, I asked one of the top Taiji grandmaster in Taiwan, I said, sir, will you take an elbow strike in the Muay Thai, if you fight in the Thailand with the Thai boxer, will you take a strike because your body can take that? He said, no, I won't take the chance. Okay? Because of these limitations, you have to have the circuits, you have the setup time, you have to have the body limitation and so forth. Those stuff is good as an aids, okay, and add up and get you more advantage. But how is that going to replace momentum play? And also there's another case, is like I ask people, say, well, this push and this force, how are you going to handle takedown? And people say, well, I'm pushing this way, pushing today. But you know what? When the really takedown guy go in, take down his leg, the momentum, the impulse goes so fast that the guy collapsed. So, this is a reality. When the world is going for all this momentum stuff, for past 500 years, you say, well, I have something, I invent something new. That's called this Jing stuff, or this magic stuff. We're going to screw everybody up if we do that. Again, in the platform, we know that momentum is number one. Techniques, body conditioning, okay, and Jing, or the use of force, it's not bad, it's good. But that is not going to replace the momentum. So what I'm saying here is not attacking Taiji or anybody. I'm saying that let's not lose focus on the priority. If we lose focus on the priority, we are in trouble, deep trouble. So if you say, well, I'm going to practice Shulin Tao, sitting down there still and everything, without moving my entire body, and be able to develop the body so that it be able to agilely handle momentum, but I have this mind power, align my spine, while you're walking the way of the Jing, which is not focused on momentum anymore, but focused on the force and other thing, which is, it is good for recreation. When you go really crush with an MMA guy, okay, chances is gone, because the momentum must multiply by velocity. That is reality. Okay. So that is the reality of the truth of the momentum versus Jing, or the energy. Jing, or the force, or Fa Jing. So what is actually a Jing? Jing is just a refinement of force. Jing is a refinement of force with directions and with the pathway. That's all. The Chinese Jing. Jing, it just means a force with a direction. There's nothing magic about it. If you know how to use it, like you do push hand, training a lot of push hand, is that good? Sure, it's good. Because you know how to use your body conditioning, your techniques better, you can refine how to use force more effective, more efficient. But if you do not know that setup of takedown, you are not going to fast enough to detect and be able to respond when that takedown setup come in. If you don't know the Western boxing setup of multiple punch from different direction come in, it will be never be able, very, very, very unlikely that you can be able to sense that thing and then to be able to use your Jing to reflect to it. Okay. Maybe I should not say never, but I'll have to say very, 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 very unlikely in a very more diplomatic language. I say never is because I never see a guy can do that for my past 40 something years. Okay, just look at the records in the Chinese martial art fighting the Muay Thai for past 100 years in Thailand. See what happened. Have anybody using this Jing to propel any Thai boxer? And of course, you know, for the Xi Xiaodong case, it's a tragic, right? So I'm not against a Taiji or anybody. I'm not. I'm just saying, well, you know what? This is a technology. Let's get this straight. The ancestor, be it the ancestor of Wing Chun or ancestor of the Taiji, they are no morons. They are not idiots. They know this stuff. But if we do not know and we keeping interpret it differently, thinking that we are grandmaster, that is where the trouble come in. Okay. Now, another thing is about this. I often heard people told me about this. I'm going to move my energy into the opponent's body, especially in push hand or in chi sao. Move my energy into the opponent's body. Qi, okay? So I'm going to move the qi or the jing into other people's body. While qi is ji, qi is not equal to jing. Qi is energy. Jing is force with directions, okay? With direction. So qi is not jing, okay? Energy is not jing. For qi to become jing, okay? So for qi, energy, to become jing or force with direction, there has to be a conduit there. Okay, it's not something go out of the blue, okay? So if you follow the real traditional Chinese martial arts practice or technology, not that, you know, I want to say, well, I have this chi or whatever you say, like personal religions or whatever. When qi turn into force, that need to have a conduit, and there's your muscle. Say for example, this thing. You have the 12 proper meridians or channel. In the hand, you have the 6 channel, okay? So in your hand, you have this 3 channel yin, this 3 yang channel. So if I want to manifest Jing, force with directions, say this thing, this is called 3 yin jing. Why is it called 3 yin jing? Because I'm using the 3 yin meridians qi flow to support the 3 yin meridian muscle to generate the force. That's why it's called 3 yin jing. This is a 3 Yin Jing. Why do I know this? Because this is in 1850s Xiu Ling Tao Kui. Okay? So it is really clearly defined. If your 3 Yin Jing, you use that, provided you have your 3 Yin Qi has to be strong, and with that you mean that your muscle here has to be strong and flexible and lively. That's 3 Yin Jing. There's no such thing as I want to move my Qi into the opponent's body. Huh? How does it happen? Okay? Your energy always have to go through a muscle in order to create force. This has to be clear, okay? There's no magic. Your mind cannot do anything with it. It's just human nature, okay? So if we know all this, in conclusion, we go back to the thing of this Tai Chi and fighting. Tai Chi is as Wing Chun, fighting close range too, and so forth, so forth. Just put this chart up here. This is Wing Chun. So this is a long fist momentum zone. This is short strike momentum zone. Okay, so this is momentum zone. And this is takedown. And this is a ground. So what is Wing Chun? Wing Chun have a lot of momentum handling, momentum setup in the short strike and takedown zone. The momentum setup and momentum manipulations in the short strike and takedown zone, like the takedown, leg sweep, body twist, and so forth. Short strike, elbow, all this kind of thing, and it is coming with combinations. It's not, oh, I contact, I reflect. No, it is a combination. At least there's continue on for 2, 3, 4 combinations. Okay, in the ancient Chinese, they never expect to fight for one momentum charge in and they fight over. No, they always prepare for at least 3 or 4 momentum change. So if go direct, what happens if you go sideways, go this way, go up there, going down way? Okay, all this momentum change. So Wing Chun is actually a short strike art. That's why it's called short strike art, which is have many training, a lot of training in handling of this momentum zone. Okay, the setup and the change. Now Tai Chi. Okay, now I look at Tai Chi. How many types of Tai Chi is there today? Okay, well, it's simple. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank here. What is it? Wing Chun have checked all these 4 momentum zone mark. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Wing Chun 1850. I check all this mark, and this is the killing field, or the specialized in handling the momentum zone. Or you have all the setup, momentum setup, and so forth training here. Now, for Tai Chi, well, I don't know what type of Tai Chi there. There's so many type of Tai Chi now there. Now fill in the blank. You know, as you can see all this chart I show you since the beginning of this video. Is this a martial art, a recreation exercise? Is it internal? And with this one, you can see the characteristic of the art. What is it? Okay. So we don't have to argue. Just put it down there. What is this? If you never train in this short strike and takedown setup and so forth, then it is not. Okay. Now, again, on the Wing Chun Queen sticking and the Taiji push hand sticking. Well, Taiji push hand sticking is a type of force handling manipulations. Wing Chun sticking is a short strike fighting technology, where this is the force flow, force manipulations, and this is the momentum. This is high speed, so that you're gonna shoot in right away close to the guy's body. It's not Tai Chi, I contact you and then I reflect with the force play, Hua Jing, those kind of stuff. You just shoot into the body and then play with this force flow, and then play with this the 12 shot. Okay, so there are 12 points, which is, if you are a short strike guy, your momentum manipulation, your attack, you have this 12 point. This is called 12 shot, 12段. Okay, there's not the Tai Chi push hand sticking and those things.